Brawl Stars currently has 110 different hypercharges, and today we will get a kill with every single one of them. The rules are simple. If one hypercharge has more than one way to kill enemies, we have to get a kill with every single possible way. Chester is a nice example to this, since his hypercharge is 3 of the supers combined. We have to get the kill with hypercharge. That sounds stupid. But what I mean is, we have to get the kill with whatever hypercharge puts on the table. For example, Penny's hypercharge adds a second bomb to her mortar. So we have to get the kill with the second bomb. This makes some simple kills almost impossible and puts them into our list, which contains 18 brawlers with hardest hypercharge kills. Some of these kills took hours to get, and some of them were so bad that I forget they existed. Keep watching to find out who these brawlers are and how we got the kills. But we are starting with the Brawl Star herself. And you know, Shelly is Shelly. I expected Nita to take so much longer, but thanks to the smart skit main, I got it in the first try. Colt is also just like Shelly, simple and just bigger super. For Bull, we have to get the kill with super while receiving damage. After messing up a perfect attempt with auto aim, I lowered this Edgar and got the kill. With speed boost, Brock was really easy, just like Primo. Barley's kill was surprisingly against an Edgar. This Lily spawned right next to me with low HP, and of course, I couldn't let that slide with Poco. Rosa's hypercharge just slows enemies and doesn't deal damage, so I just made use of it. And with that, first rarity is completed, but we have 5 more to go, so let's don't waste any time here. Jessie sucks, and missing the kill with 2 hits only makes me hate her more. But with my perfect time support and the turret missing the Colt exactly when I need it, Jessie was completed. We could easily get a kill with Dynamite Super, but we needed to use bonus projectiles. However, I was really lucky, so I got the kill while trying to defend myself. For Tick, we just needed someone dumb enough to walk into our hypercharge mines. And against this Genji, I was able to send 2 hypercharge supers. But unfortunately, he died to my super instead. But guess which brawler came out of nowhere and stepped into every single mine? The correct answer is BB! For 8 bits, I saved my hypercharge turret with the gadget heal, and rest of the job was for my super. I wanna apologize to Snake Tag for the times I've made fun of his Rico hypercharges, cause I'm actually no better than him. Like at all. Getting the kill in 30 minutes was honestly just embarrassing. Now we have our first list brawler, which is Daryl. His hypercharge adds these random bullets that deal 600 damage to his super, and you need to get really lucky to be able to hit them. This is one of the worst hypers for sure, but after some tries, I was just lucky enough to hit this Edgar. Now we got someone who's on our list twice. Penny's hypercharge adds a second bomb to her mortar. While getting a kill with the first one was hard, now we somehow have to get a kill with the second one. And we also have to get another kill. Surprisingly, despite having hundreds of people telling me the kills I missed in this video, nobody told me to get a kill with the fire damage of Penny's mortar. And now, we also have to get it with the second bomb. So far, this was the longest that I spent on a kill. Until this game, where I really lowered the surge and he just stepped into fire of the second bomb. Getting the fire kill before the bomb was crazy. But later in that game, I lowered this kid before he jumps on me and mortar sand bombs right before getting destroyed by the zone. And like that, we get both of the list kills in the same game. I'm Carl and I collect rocks. Jack's hypercharge only slows enemies, so we just use this to assist the kill, despite not being in the list, because it's 100% an honorable mention. However, I still don't understand why it took longer than 30 minutes. But well, with them out of the way, we also completed super rare brawlers. But next rarity has some of the hardest kills of this video, starting with Bo, which took a really long time. And when I say this, I mean too long that I started to see things. Jokes aside, what kind of bug is that? Not to mention the time where I hit all my mines perfectly and missed the kill with 42 HP. Fortunately, I cornered another Fang in the same game and got the kill. So far, I didn't talk much about farming hypercharge, but most of the time, it's actually the hardest part of the kill, and especially Force 2. Most of the games ended without having a single hyper, but when I made this Meg lose her mecha, I still knew this was the solo kill I was looking for. Piper drops 2 more bombs with her hyper, so all it took was an Edgar that was stupid enough. Pam's hypercharge gives her a shield, but I thought it would be boring to get a kill with shield, so I got the kill by 30 damage instead. After making me suffer for forever in Buffy video, this time Frank was one of the easiest kills of the challenge. It was a bit complicated, since we had to hit our enemy and get the kill with the doubling bubbles that changes direction, which makes it quite hard to aim and land. However, the map changed while I tried, and I had this perfect box part in the new map, which allowed me to get the kill. For B, I got this kill very easily, but I wasn't sure if it was with normal super or little projectiles of hyper, so I got another kill and checked it just to make sure. Despite not being a list brawler, then it was absolute hell. I was just extremely unlucky, I would say, and it took almost an hour to get this simple kill. When I jumped on this Nita, she just gave up, so I got the kill with the super damage. I actually took a dumb risk by using my hyper against this Miko, but he was dumber, So it worked out. Grom is a disgusting
favorite brawler of mine.
Now we got one of the hardest these brawlers. Getting a kill using bonus stun might be easy, but we also have to get a kill with these little projectiles that deal 600 damage. Let me tell you this, it's not easy to land these shots. You have to either get close to enemy and get the kill with the first projectiles, which doesn't work since she's slow, or you have to hit it with falling projectiles, but then it is so much harder to hit them, and you gotta also calculate her fall damage, which is quite a lot. Since these projectiles also deal a really lot of damage, getting this kill alone took forever. Until this kid jumped on me and I hit him once before using my hyper. I had some issues with Gale because I needed to get the kill with the second wind of his super. After having a lot of games where I dealt too much or too little damage, I finally get him done. Calculating Colette's clone was really hard, but thankfully I got the kill before I had to put her into the list. Is there a single soul that cares about bad hypercharge? Same question also applies to Ash, by the way. Honestly, only hard part of the Lola kill was charging the hypercharge. I kept missing my gloves while pulling them back with Sam until this Mortis. For Mandy, I had to get a kill with using her supers on the side, and I was so locked in for that. While trying to get the kill, I had one of my craziest plays, but nobody cares because it was a bot game. So yeah, I'll have to cope with this clip instead. On every one of our souls, we all glaze Maisie. For Hank, I just had to make use of the homing, and fun part of the video ends here, because we have a list brawler. It's time for the hypercharge everybody hated from the start. 90% of the time, I forget how powerful she was and one-shotted my enemies. And when I didn't, they did everything they could to just not to step on the fire. After a lot of fails, I was able to hit this Primo on a perfect angle, so he didn't receive any knockback, and I was just fortunate enough with the super damage. But don't you worry, things only get worse from here. Next up, we have one of the hardest list brawlers, Larry and Lowry. First of all, have you ever tried charging your hypercharge with Larry in Showdown? If you haven't, that's not for you. Don't try that. That's not the only problem. We have to get the kill with the third twin, which is officially named Lowry. Oh, wait a second. Oh! So my plan was using my hyper and use my gadget to instantly switch places with Lowry 1 so Lowry 2 can get the kill. It took more than an hour until this game where I did this cool play and survived with the heal from the gadget, and Lowry finished the job. We had a quick break to list brawlers with Angelo because I needed it for Barry. I mean, getting a kill with the super damage is easy, but with hypercharge, he leaves 2 rows of ice creams. On paper, it doesn't sound that bad. Just lower enemy and make them step on your juicy cream. But for some reason, this took even longer than Larry. I have no idea why, but it just didn't work. If this Edgar played just a little smarter, to this day, I probably would still be playing Barry. Let's get a bit faster now. Chase Hyper allows him to deal critical damage to all of his main attack, so I got 2 kills using 1 hypercharge. Maple's hypercharge allows him to go into walls, which wasn't even a challenge. I was afraid Trunk would be like Barry, but it was one of the easiest kills of the challenge. And with Bolt, I destroyed walls. And with that, epic brawlers are completed, but Mythic itself still got almost half of the brawlers. And we still got a bunch of list brawlers, so let's not waste any more time. For Mortis, we had to get the kill with returning bats, but that was not an issue. However, for Terra, it took a lot of tries until I found these guys fighting. Team was tricky, since I had to get the kill on one of the hands on side, but since I'm an insane skilled gamer and gave Sense left hand 1 frame earlier, I got the kill in the first try. Max Hyper gives speed, so I got a kill with it, I guess. Next up, we have Mr. P, and say it, you were waiting for this. No, I know you were. Now it's time for Mr. P, and I would love to say he got 2 ways to kill, but they actually removed the 1 damage on impact. You hear that? They removed it. You can't torment me anymore. Well, Mr. P is still not the best showdown brawler, so this took a couple tries until this game where it was a 1-1 against this Angelo, and I just waited and defended my turrets so my porters could finish the job. We talked about Sprout a lot on the first video of this series, so this time I'll just show you the kill instead. Byron was one of the easiest kill on the last video, but now he's on our list. I believe Byron mains will understand me when I say this hypercharge is really underwhelming. It's good in theory, but really bad in practice. After contest fails, I was able to hit the Ems with it, but it was not enough to kill her, so I hit her once with a perfect timed ammo, and she died to the damage of the hypercharge bullet. Back to back, we got one of the hardest list brawlers now. If you have ever played with Squeak at least once, you already should know that he sucks in Showdown, but it's the least of my concerns because his hypercharge at his super another bounce. Let me tell you this, it is so hard to make the second super drop to the point you want. What makes this worse is we can't exactly lower our enemies, because then we might hit them with the super itself and miss the hyper kill, but we can't let them have so much HP because we might miss the super and then hyper damage won't be enough for the kill. Also, hyper damage takes too long that our enemies just heal before we could hit them, and at the end somehow I dealt 3k damage to this Ember. I played the clip over and over and over again, but I still don't have any idea on how I dealt that damage, but with the assist of it, I was able to land my hyper and get the kill. Still, this was a really interesting kill, and it looks like Supercell just wanted to assist me. I mean, for Lu, I just had to use my hyper stun and get a kill, but I wanted to get it with the super damage. After a couple games, I was about to get the kill without suffering, but this gold stole my kill right before I got him, so I took that personal. That meant I had to suffer for a bit more, and when I had this perfect opportunity, my super didn't deal damage. Lucky for me, he slipped and still died to my super. Ruff's hypercharge gives you your hypercharge back, so I just used it and get a kill with my super. Buzz just needed to cycle his super. But then, we had another list brawler. I mean, getting a kill through a wall with Fang was simple. However, he dropped some shit as popcorns when using his hypercharge. And I mean, how do you want me to get a kill with this? In 3v3, you might deal damage to someone by an accident. But in Showdown, if you use your super on someone, popcorns will get left behind and there's no way of your enemy stepping on them. So you need to get close to them without using your super and then get away with your super while dropping popcorns. And yeah, that's as bullshit as it sounds. I also missed a lot of good opportunities. For example, this Surge surviving with 100 HP, Daryl that dies to the zone, or Edgar stealing my kill. After hours, I was in a 1v1 situation with this Daryl. Then I just lowered him and supered right in front of him, making him step on my popcorn with low HP. I thought it would be really easy against a single target brawler, but since the map was Kevin Churn, I really couldn't find someone nice. It took so many attempts that I wanna add her to the list as an honorable mention, but at the end, this Lily touched my every single child and died to poison. Otis' kill was really simple as you can guess, and Buster was surprisingly done in first try. Gray can't deal damage with the hypercharge, so I just used the hyper teleporter and get the kill. Artie's challenge was getting the hyper, because there is no way of not getting a kill with this hypercharge. And with the change they did to zone damage, Willow was way too easier this time. Dark's hyper only works in 3v3, so I used my super and got a kill. It is time for the hardest kill of the entire challenge, which is Shock. Now, getting a kill with his unlimited range was not a problem, but he also throws some steams every here and there that deals less than 200 damage, so it's a hypercharge where you can't really aim and deal almost no damage, and also really predictable. People can just stay away, you know. Getting this kill took more than 4 hours, but I accidentally lowered this chili to 150 HP and get the kill with Hypercharge Steam with a pixel perfect hit. If you wanna watch the real grind of this kill, you can check out this video where you can see how I got 5 hardest Hypercharge kills more detailed. For Charlie, I just needed to get a kill with spiders, and for Miko, I used to hyper stun and got the kill like that, since otherwise it literally has no difference from the super kill. And I was also able to get Melody kill first try. 2 hardest kills of the last video was 2 easiest kills of this one. Lily was really simple as you'd expect. Moe was just like go in and kill. That simple. I was afraid of Juju for reasonable reasons, but I was able to lower this Colette and slap Gregory straight into her face. Well, it might sound easy, but he still made it to the list. Honestly, I don't know if he sucks or this was a skill issue, but getting this kill took more than an hour. And like, the simpleness of the kill I got makes me think it's just my skill issue. Lumi might sound easy, but we have to get the kill with the hits on the side, and it's really hard to decide if we got the kill with the middle or the side one. So I continued until I get a kill where it's really obvious. Finks just puts a super on himself, so I had value of it and got the kill. Here I also had value of hypercharge of this old man. Ali is Ali, you know. Mina was just like Lumi. I had to get the kill with the supers on side, but this time I got a really cool kill where I also made use of the bones of her hyper. Ziggy was also one of the hardest list brawlers, simply because he just sucked at Showdown. Also his super sometimes didn't even work for some reason, but I was able to get the kill on this BB. And more of the Ziggy kill is here, by the way. Gigi's hyper was really simple despite her being on F tier at almost every single tier. This kill is for that one global main, and this time I didn't forget Najia. Damien's hyper was way too harder than what it should have been. It also deals damage like only 3 times. Like as you can see, despite having the fire on the ground, it suddenly stops hitting for some reason. This took way too long, and when I say that, I mean it. And all I needed was this simple kill against Bo. Star Nova didn't have her hyper yet. So with that, we finished Mythic Brawlers. And now, we only have 2 more rarities and a couple of Brawlers. But we still got some really hard list Brawlers unchecked. Since Spike got one of the first hypers, it's just bigger. But Crow is on our list. You might be thinking, his hyper is really powerful, and you'd be right. But I had to get the kill with the returning projectiles, so I had a lot of fail until I got the kill with the poison of the returning projectiles. As you can see, my normal poison was dealing 208 damage. With my hypercharge, I only hit my returning projectiles, then killed him with dealing 224 damage, which means the poison was from my hypercharge.
Sigma stealth energy!
For Sandy, I just got the kill with using his hypercharge speed boost, but I'm pretty sure some people will complain. So here you go. Amber's hyper makes her super so much more bigger, and you know what they say. This bow actually lost his connection, but I didn't want to kill him to get my hypercharge kill. And they actually connected back, so I was able to get the mech kill. Search has a really simple jump kill, as you know, but they also added some random projectiles to his super, which adds him into our list. It took some tries because of its low damage, but we completed him with this Otis. And you can watch it from... I mean, you should be able to guess that Chester is on the damn list. Getting the bomb kill was no issue, but poison and slow took longer. Until this game, where I got the poison kill on the Search and get the slow kill on the glory with 1 hypercharge. And you can wait for Cordelius. I just used to slow off the hyper, just jumped someone for the kids, barely survived and got 2 kills for Draco, and pulled someone into the middle with Kenji. Pierce was kinda harder since people just didn't die or died to first wave of Emos, but he was nothing compared to the list brawlers. This stupid kid also doesn't have a hypercharge, thank god. And with that, we finished legendary brawlers. Let's finish this video without wasting any more time. Cause his ninja form hyper was so simple, but the Geisha hyper was on our list. However, it was probably the easiest list skill. And my Sirius was on Prestige 2, and I kid you not, every single game looked like the one you see on the screen. So I just hopped on my second account and got the kill. If you have any complaints, please make it to Supercell. And with that, we gotta kill with every single hypercharge in Brawl Stars. This time, I'm really sure that I didn't miss any kills. So this is a challenge for you. Let me know if you can find any kills that I missed. Also, before finishing the video, I have a little sponsor for this video. And it is me, Erkin. So I opened memberships for my channel. At the moment, I don't have much to offer, but making these videos takes a lot of time. So if you would love to support me and you have a couple bucks laying around, I would really appreciate it. I mean, if you don't, well, that's fine. You already did the second best thing you could have done, watching the video until the end. And thank you so much for that. Have a nice day and see you in 2 weeks. Maybe, I don't know, man. Making these videos takes time, okay?